We are the brothers in arms elite. We are the ones you can't defeat. Welcome to the B.I.A. Switching YouTube channel. Hey! Welcome back, everybody, to the Brothers in Arms Elite YouTube channel. You can always catch us live on Twitch, B.I.A. Elite League. As always, we're proudly sponsored by W Energy Drinks, 15 plus unique flavors. Get 10% off your order today with promo code BIA Elite. Okay, I've had people continuously ask me, how do you stop the stretch when people spam it? How do you stop jet pass when they spam it? The answer is quite simply, it's the same thing. I don't want to get an overpowered defense, so we're going to take Mississippi State. It's an 82, not too bad. And we're going to use Texas A&M because they have a really good offensive line and a really good running back room. So we'll jump right in there. First is very important, is you have to have a four-man front. It can't be an offset front. It can't be a spread front, because if it's spread too much, this is not going to work. If they're too, so nickel 3-3 over is a good front, the way they're spaced. So it doesn't really matter if you run cover 2, cover 3, cover 3 cloud. It doesn't matter. So we're going to go over here to run plays. Outside zone, halfback stretch. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to hit the left directional on your controller. Then you're going to hit right stick up for slant outside. You're going to want to be a linebacker, one of these two middle linebackers. Okay, what their defense is going to do is they're going to slant outside, and they're going to stretch this play out. And there you see we get a tackle for no gain or a tackle for small loss. Same thing. Left directional, right stick up for slant outside. You see they're slanting outside. They're going to stretch this out. And you want to make sure there's no cutback lane. And there it is, big loss on the play. We're going to do it one more time with the other linebacker. So you can see it works just the same. Do not get too far out in front of this running back. If you get too far out in front of him, he will be able to cut back because you left the gap. Now while we're doing that, if you hit right trigger and press the X button, it will show you the run fits for the left side of the screen. If you hold you have to hold it down. If you hold the right trigger down and press the A button, or the B button, it shows you the run fit for the right side of the screen. So if there's a run to the right side of the screen, you see the guy that is labeled F, that's your outside. He's responsible for the outside. Now we're going to go left trigger, slant outside. And now you see it's a little bit different, right? So here we go. They're going to stretch this out. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out. Tackle for loss. Okay, so we're going to go in. We're going to change the play real quick to a different halfback stretch play. And we'll go Tampa 2. So let's go down here and get one where they're going to have a lead blocker. Same thing. Left directional, slant outside. We see they're going. He's going to cut back. Nowhere to cut back to. Minimal gain. Minimal gain. So same thing. Here we go. Slant outside with your D-line. Look at that. Look at that. Bottled up. Little to no gain. Here we go. One more time. Slant to the outside. You can see your run fit. The F guy is responsible for the outside gap. And I left the cutback. So I did that intentionally so you could see it, because before you could see, and I'm going to show you right now which gap I'm responsible for. So I'm responsible as Mitchell for that middle gap, and I over pursued. I'll do it again, and he cut it back. So watch this big hole I leave. Boom. See how I over pursued? That you do not want to do. So you want to naturally let these guys stretch it out. Right there. Right there. And that should have been a tackle, but he went ahead and got loose. And I kind of over pursued again because I was anticipating him to keep running outside. But this time I'm just going to take the gap. And there's the tackle. You see the difference. Okay, so let's jump over. And this time we're going to do jet sweep, jet pass. So same thing. Here we go. Gun doubles. It doesn't matter which one. You're going to hit the left trigger. Slant outside. You see the guys are slanting outside. You're going to push everything to the boundary. And you're going to have guys inside to make them cut the ball back. And he got a really good game because he's a really good wide receiver. But you see what I'm talking about. They're going to push him to the outside. And there again, the guy that's supposed to be making that tackle is laying on the ground. This is not a great defense. But they're not horrible either. But I'm not getting smoked. Right? So there I am. I make the tackle, little to no gain. Now I want to show you what most of us want to do when we see this coming is we're going to be this guy and we want to go with him. We want to go with him to the outside. And that's okay. Because I got a head start, and there's the tackle for a loss, as long as I don't get so far open that I leave that backside open. Right? You do not want to leave the backside open. So here he goes again. We're going to see him going. I want to go with him. Here I am. Stretch it out, tackle for loss. Okay, so very important though, like you noticed, I want to show you, you see the down lineman set. We're going to go ahead and do an offset so you can see what I'm talking about against the stretch. We'll do this really quick. So I know this is it. This is right here. This 3-3 odd is going to be an offset. Here we go. Back to the run plays. Outside zone, halfback stretch. Okay, so here we go. You see how these guys are offset? There's no way that I can get the outside because I have nobody out there. So now I still got a tackle for loss from running it. But the chances of it happening is not good because I have nobody out here. One more time. So we're managing to still make the tackle, but you can see what I'm talking about. You've got this guy out here. That's not going to be good for what we're trying to do. You've only got one guy there that's slanting to the outside on that side of the line because it's an offset package. Here we go. And once again, they don't get the outside, but if you're in this formation, there's a really good chance you are going to get burned, I promise you. But you see what I'm talking about? Slant outside. If you know they're going to spam it, you can always do this. You can always slant to the outside with your defensive line with the 4-man front, and it's going to try to push everything to the boundaries, and your linebackers filling the holes have to make the tackle. You can over pursue if you want to, but you risk a good user cutting back on you on those plays. I found that a lot of these guys, they want to, if they can't make it to the outside, they want to cut back inside. And when you're filling those gaps with those linebackers, there's nowhere for them to go. There's nowhere to go outside or inside. They're already out on the outside of the field, and it's contained. So that's all there is to it. Left directional button, right stick up for slant outside. User a linebacker in the middle of the field. Use a good 4-man front that's not too spread out because they will gash you up the middle. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to go just show you this really quick before we leave so that I know that I covered everything. So we're going to go formation nickel, wide, nickel, wide. Okay, so halfback stretch. I want to show you. You see how wide these guys are, right? See how much they're spread out. So when they go to run this play, there's going to be all kinds of room, and he didn't cut it back up. But you see the big green grass, all the green grass in the middle of the field where he can cut this back because they're so spread out. But the concept still works here too, and you see us getting another tackle for loss because he's not cutting it back up the field. Let's see if I can get him to cut back up by over pursuing because there's so much grass in the middle. And he's still not going to cut it back. Anyways, I think I proved my point. Remember, left trigger and slant outside. That's all there to it, guys. Until next time, this is Coach Dub signing off.